It's 2022. We made it. How many of you have set goals for the year? You know, I've been kind of thinking about it, and I actually made a list, but the last minute I decided to just crumple it up and throw it out because I was listening to this video by Peter McKinnon recently, and it really just kind of hit me, and I started to realize that maybe goals and resolutions are the wrong approach. I mean, for me, 2020 and 2021 were actually pretty difficult years, as I'm sure they were for you as well. I kind of felt locked up inside, didn't get out and shoot enough, definitely was not involved in any type of community outside of YouTube and social media, didn't go to any events and be a vendor or or display my photography. And I also ended up moving from Southern Nevada up to Northern Nevada, and I think my whole path was disrupted during these last couple years. And I think by setting goals, sometimes you end up getting off your path because, I mean, you do things sometimes by goals which aren't aligned with the direction of your path because you think it's the right way to go. Maybe you watched a video and you're like, oh, I really like that, and so you modify your path a little bit. And so I kind of started realizing I was doing that a little bit in terms of even just taking pictures. I found that instead of just exploring, I was becoming sort of a destination photographer. I was looking at pictures that other people have taken at different destinations and just setting out to explore, discover, and shoot. And that wasn't, to begin with, who I really was when I first started down this original path years ago. And that kind of bugs me a little bit about myself. And so this year is going to be all about getting back in that direction and on that path, which really inspired me to do what I'm doing all the way up to making this video today. And so I hope that you take a look at your goals and your resolutions, and then also ask yourself, what is my direction as a fine art photographer, and am I following the right path to get to where I want to be? And so for me, the answer to that was clearly no in 2021. And so in 2022, I'm not going to go down that same path of setting goals. So part of my path this year is to start bringing my photography back into local places, coffee shops, tap houses. That's kind of where I was prior to pandemic. And when that happens, that's going to create a milestone for me. And that milestone essentially is creating a goal, but it wasn't something that I held myself to. And it wasn't something where I will compromise my path, such as, for example, I might find this one place that's looking for a specific style of photography, maybe stuff that is local to their area, and maybe I want to display stuff that is not local to the area. And so I want to make sure that I don't compromise myself. If that's not part of my path, then I'm not going to be doing that. I know it kind of sounds confusing and such, but take a minute and think about it. Think about what might benefit you more this year. Is to just be kind of explorative. Is that even a word, explorative? I'm not really sure. But to just explore your path and explore different little offsets of the path just to see where your path actually is going? Or is it more important to you to just check boxes off of these goals which may not align with your path? And so at the end of the year, you look back and you're like, oh, this was great. I did X, Y, Z, A, B, and C. But where do you want to be at the end of 2022?